Back to really get the full picture, we have to go back to the village where the idea was solidified. It was there in one man's passion and commitment for his people that we find the qualities of character behind growing healthy branches. And it might sound a little crazy before you hear the story, but before there was a tree, there was just a chicken. So let's go back to the beginning.
I am Simon Peter Okiria. I come from Uganda. I oversee Young Life in Uganda.
Okay, so I'm looking for the story of how the leadership tree concept came together.
So when I met Christ, I had an opportunity to leave my area, Kampala, our city, and go to another place. And from there, I felt a calling to go back to help my own brothers who were in the same lifestyle I had lived. That's when I went and found that there was a need to help my people, not only spiritually, but also find a livelihood. But I could not help everybody. So I looked for those who had potential leaders, who had a leadership potential. I didn't want to carry a big number, so I got other 4 people whom I put like my core group. I knew that a large group would demand too much from me and I may get exhausted early. So I needed a team that is manageable. And I also didn't want to have a very small one because I was aware that there is also failure. So some of them would fail. So we, the 5, became the core of our ministry that was to transform my community. I wanted to pass what I knew to this small group. So that's how I wanted to multiply myself.
So from the beginning of the leadership tree, you had in mind that your branches, were you calling them branches at the time?
No, I just knew they are a group I will pour myself onto.
Right. But from the beginning of the concept, you wanted them to multiply.
Yes. I knew to influence my community, I needed to multiply gradually but consistently.
Did you ever imagine that it would spread around the world, around the Young Life world, and become a discipleship model that's used in over 50 countries?
I didn't imagine that, but I knew it would last long. I knew it would take a long time and it was going to stay for long. But how far, I didn't know. The only thing we can do is to plant now to harvest in the future.
It's so good. So when did it become a tree?
In Africa, there are 2 types of trees. One, you plant them and you harvest very fast. Like a tomato, if you planted it now, within a few months you are harvesting. Unfortunately, it also dies very fast. And there are mangoes, if you plant, they take long to fruit.
I had to actually Google a mango tree to get a sense of it. When full grown, they're thick and towering, and they create shade under their massive branches that people often sit under. It was really this concept, the tomato versus mango, that when married to Jesus's model of discipleship, became the leadership tree strategy and began to spread around the continent. This analogy has made this a very sticky idea.